Good evening. Well, it seems that might have sold my house already just 4 days after putting it on the market, and for the price I was hoping for also. So to celebrate, I thought I'll make a video. And then I thought, well, what can I complain about? Because I like to complain about something. It's hard to make a video without complaining. Um, it's not a complaint that I have, really, but just an observation. Because I watch a lot of I watched I've kind of stopped now, a lot of adventure people, men who'd gone off somewhere or bought a particular car or decided to follow a particular route or were doing some or engaged in some kind of adventure. The first one that I watched was a chap who'd gone to live up in a very uninhabited area in Canada. I forget his name. And that was kind of interesting. And then I watched Let's Dig, and he's like a digger operator um, in the Midwest. Is it? Well, I forget the name of the place. Why? And then other adventures and men, doing intrepid stuff. And after a while, or going to live in Thailand, or whatever. But after a while, I got fed up with watching them because really, I began to think to myself, that's what we are all doing, and that's what we all need to do as men, to be on an adventure in our life and to to follow that path somehow. Um, I think it's very interesting. I think men are drawn towards those sorts of experiences, but it'll be different for everybody. It's Fortunately we don't all have to buy motorcycles or sports cars or go for long walks. Uh, an adventure is whatever finds you, and and challenges you. I think as well. As men, we need a challenge. We enjoy a challenge, I think, and being able to overcome different setbacks and so on and so forth. It's adventurous. It's exciting. I think excitement is something that is sometimes missing in people's lives, um, because you get into the sort of straight and narrow, humdrum, and it's daily life, and it's making ends meet and keeping work on a regular basis. But some of those things are the antithesis of adventure. So you have to kind of combine them with a bit of adventure somehow. Because we have to work, unless, we're very wealthy, I suppose. I think even wealthy people have to work because they have to manage their money. It's not an easy job. Um, so that's just my thoughts. There's no point in just duplicating, you know, people who've woken up and who are suddenly doing something. We've seen, or I've seen enough of them anyway. And sometimes those people are just, they're trying to monetize. They want to make some coin at it. And there's got to be a limit to that by now. Surely we can't, have so many channels charging to watch them, or with rattling tip jars and all the rest of it. I don't know. I'm a bit critical of those things. I suppose it was Molyneux that put me off it because I was a Molyneux follower and I gave quite a lot of money to his cause until I began to work out how many people around the world would end up doing what I had done. And I thought he might become obscenely rich. And maybe he did. He's a clever man, indeed. But he is also another wolf in sheep's clothing. And one of my internet friends sent me or shared a cartoon showing an English judge wearing the white wig, and there was an arrow pointing to the wig, and it said lamb's wool. That's what they're made of, lamb's wool. So suggesting that the judge himself was a wolf in sheep's clothing. It's funny the way that the Bible is challenged at every turn by the enemy, and the enemy works through the worldly system very effectively. But the enemy is being exposed slowly. We live in very interesting times, exciting, adventurous. God bless.